Here we go. Here we go. Man, we are cooking right now in the stock market. Man, I hope everybody out there is doing good. Hope you guys are crushing it right now. I know there's just some very difficult times for all of us, more difficult for others. Um, but hopefully, you find some joy and some happiness in the fact that the market is on fire right now for the second day in a row, specifically talking about the cruise line stocks, CCL Carnival and the NCLH, Norwegian Cruise Line. Those are the two that I'm in, and they have been doing fantastic the last 2 days. Company's been doing some amazing things for the country, doing their due diligence to keep the spread of the virus down. And obviously, everybody's happy with their progression and so on and so forth. So the markets opened up real good today, the March 3rd, all right, the 25th of March here, 2020. We get that out. And yeah, they start out real well. Looking at the CCL, or I'm sorry, the Norwegian, they popped up four points. So that's amazing, right? Looking at the stock chart here now, and in the last 5 days, so we hit a low of 803. 803. So man, I'm hoping that some of you out there got a piece of that stock at the 803 mark. That's just awesome. I unfortunately got it around. Well, not unfortunately, and I'm still happy. It's still a great value. About the $10 mark is where I picked it up at. And it dropped down a couple $100, and here we are going back up already. Didn't expect this move that we've gotten this quickly. However, I do strongly believe that the stocks are going to take off very quickly. I think that the cruise lines, I think we've seen the bottom, is my opinion. I think we've seen the bottom. I do have a gut feeling, just through the research that I've done thus far, that we're looking at some sort of a pullback, obviously, that'll happen. I don't know how far it is, but I don't think we're going to go back and test the lows again. Unfortunately, for those who would look to buy at the complete bottom, but fortunate for those who did buy below that mark, that retraction mark, wherever that may be. So I think everybody's doing terrific. I know everybody sort of has the same kind of sentiment towards this cruise line stocks. Basically, everybody in the chat's saying, "Hang on to them, don't let them go. It's only going to go up from here." Basically, and I'm completely in agreement with that census. So, if you got stock in the cruise line, definitely sitting pretty in terms of financial gain with this industry stocks. If you're thinking about getting into the market, if you're thinking about getting into the Norwegian or the cruise, Carnival, or any major cruise line, I mean, those are the two that I'm in. So those are the two that I tend to talk about mostly here. Do I think, would you get in? Do I feel like getting in? Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It's still way undervalued. Of course, it has to do with how long do you believe, not how long do you believe, but how long are you looking to wait for your return? I think it always boils down best for that. And that's an uncertain thing. I mean, if you're looking for a quick turnaround, man, I think it can happen, but at the same token, it can drop. I mean, we're still in the midst of this pandemic here. So, we can't really, still uncertain times. There's definitely an uptrend in optimism towards it all. I'm definitely feeling it out. I'm sure everybody has. Obviously, the market's showing that. Time will tell. At the end of the day, time will tell if this is going to stick, if we've reached the bottom already and we're starting to move away from that bottom. I truly feel that way. I mean, the economy, this is just seems organic in terms of talking about stock market climate, stock market moves. It tends to do that. It tends to. My analogy I use is it's the stock market's like a herd of bulls running at you, and everybody's telling you to go the opposite way, run away from the bulls, run away from them. And everything in your gut's telling you it's not like before. You got to get out of there now. You got to run from it, and it's those who stand in that, stand against those running bulls, and eventually they stop. They may run over, a couple may hit you, you may feel some burn with some loss, but it gets overtaken. The response comes back. The after effect of that getting trampled on by bulls is the fact that the bulls turn around and go the opposite way, even though everybody thought they were going to continue running, and you end up taking a gain from that. So that's how it feels now. I mean, that's how it's always been. I wish I would have gotten into the Boeing stock. I made a decision in my brain to do it at 90. Once it broke $100, basically, and got into the $90 range, I was going to get into the Boeing BA, the stock symbol. I didn't because that hypothetical scenario with the bulls, just figured, this is $9,000 basically that I'm throwing to the wind, because they may go down 50% from there. So it's not really 9,000. I guess half of 9,000, around $4,500 to the wind. And it's not the $45,000 that you lose. It's the fact that you could have now doubled what you bought if you waited, kind of thing. So it's more so getting in the right time at the right, getting into the stock at the right time, the complete bottom that we chase, and then it causes us to sometimes make some bad decisions. I think when you make a decision such as with the cruise line industry stocks, is the value of the stock, the value of the stock. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what I love to buy. I think that's what everybody loves to buy, is when you buy the value of the stock. So even if you pay $16 for a stock that was trading over $50, a little bit over a month ago, then that's value. That's still tremendous value that you wouldn't have seen previous to this. So even if it does retract from the $16, talking about Norwegian is at 16.25 right now. If we look at the Carnival Cruise Line, and what are we at? So it peaked up about a point. It's all fluctuating, but it's at 13.87 now, CCL Carnival. So, again, $13 for a stock that was trading, up over $50, it's still a good value. Even if you drop down and retest the bottom, which I don't think we will, but if we retract back, so you're going to lose a few $100, per stock, for example. But you're still at some point going to go up. You're still getting a major value in the stock. So that's my sentiment on this whole situation in terms of the CCL, Norwegian stock, cruise line industry stock. I think that they're going to be skyrocketing up. At some point, I think that we may see a retracement, meaning the stock's going to come back a little bit. I don't think personally it's going to retest the lows. At the end of the day, man, hang on to that positive feeling. We're winning today, and we're going to be winning in the long term. The downset of this is relatively a short-term downset that I believe will change before we realize it. And so, hopefully you get into the stock, as during these low times. That's my suggestion. Get in, get your money in there. If you can afford it, get it in there, make some money, take advantage of this unfortunate event. And to all of your families and yourselves during this time, I wish you the best. Hope everybody fares well through this storm, this virus storm that we're in. My heart goes out to all the families that are suffering, all the unemployment. that is in the wake of this thing. My heart goes out and best wishes to everybody. But brighter days are out there in terms of jobs and unemployment and things like that. And, so just look at the light, baby. All right. Best of luck out there. Hope everybody makes a ton of money. All right. Bye-bye.